Hi all, happy to see you again. Welcome to today's class. Today we are going to discuss chapter 6 control structures, and our topic is alternative or branching statement. Dear students, let us discuss about the different types of alternative or branching statements. There are three different types of alternative statements: simple if statement, if else statement, and if elif statement. Now let us learn all these types. First let us see about simple if statement. Simple if statement is the simplest of all decision making statements. We know that in all the programming languages, the decision making statements are very important. And the simple decision making statement is simple if statement. In simple if statement, the condition is given in the form of relational or logical expression. We all know what is relational and logical expression. So let us see the syntax of simple if statement. So here we can see the syntax of simple if statement. If condition statements block 1. So let us see an example to make it clear and understand more clear about if statement. So here we have an example. So in this example, when we enter our age, if the age is greater than 18, you will be getting an output: you are eligible for voting. Suppose if you are entering an age which is less than 18, you will not get any result. The important thing is that only the true statement will be working. True statement only will be displayed. There is no false statement. There is no false block. So here in the example, you can see that when the age is entered as 34, you will be getting the output: you are eligible for voting. But when we enter the age 16, we never get an output, because 16 is an age which is less than the age 18. So we all know that as per the Indian rule, 18 years of age is a eligible age for voting. So when we enter the age 16, we will be not getting any output. So let us see about if else statement. If else statement is a bit advanced statement of if statement. In the if statement, we learned that only the true block will be executed. But in the if else statement, we'll be having a false block. If the condition is true, the true block will be executed, and if the condition is false, the false block will be executed. Let us see the syntax of if else statement. So here is the syntax of if-else statement. So here we have two blocks. One is block 1 and second one is block 2. So when the given condition is true, the first block will be executed. The first block will be always true block. So if the condition is true, the first statement will be executed. Suppose if the condition is false, you have an else statement, the false block will be executed. The true block will be skipped and the false block will be executed. So let us see the flowchart of if-else statement. So here we have an entry point and we give a condition here. So if the condition is true, the statement 1 first block will be executed and you will be getting the result. Suppose if the condition is false, the second block will be executed and you will be getting the output. Okay, so now let us see an example. So here we are taking the same example, that the eligibility for voting. So here we have a condition x greater than equal to 18. So if the value of x is satisfying the condition, the first block, which is the true block, will be executed. If the value of x is less than 18, then the true block will be skipped and the false block will be executed. So let us see, take the value of x as 34. We know that 34 is greater than 18, so it is true. So the first block will be executed. So you are eligible for voting. Let us take another example, the value of x as 16. So we know that 16 is not greater than 18. So you will be getting the false block executed. So since 16 is less than 18, the true block will be skipped and the false block will be executed. So you will be getting the output, you are not eligible for voting. Okay, so let us see about nested if else statement. So it is a chain of if statement or if else statement. So if we have lot of if else statements, you can use elif instead of else statement. So let us see the flowchart of elif statement. So we'll have a test condition. If it is true, the body of the if statement will be executed. If it is false, the test expression of elif will be checked and the body of the elif will be executed. If the test expression of elif is also false, the body of else will be executed. So let us see an example to make it clear. So here we have an example that when we enter the mark of two subjects and find the average, and if the average is greater than 80, you will be getting grade A. Elif, if the average is between 70 and 80, you will be getting grade B. Elif, why we are using elif? It is instead of else statement or instead of if else statement. So if the average is between 60 and 70, you will be getting grade C. And if the average is between 50 and 60, you will be getting D grade, else. you will be getting E grade. So let us take an example. So entering the mark as 34 and 78, the average when we check, you will be getting the average as D, the grade as D. So here we'll be checking another example here, 67 and 89. So when we check the average, it comes between 60 and 70. So the grade is C. In the first example, the grade is between 50 and 60. So you will be getting the grade as D. And in the second example, the average is between 60 and 70. So you will be getting the grade as C. So elif statement is used instead of using many if-else statements. Okay, so instead of here we see that we have elif 1, 2, 3. So instead of giving 3 if-else statement, we are using elif statement. Elif is nothing but else if. Okay, so I think it is clear to you. So dear students, you have a homework here. Explain simple if statement with example. Second question, explain if else statement with example. Third question, explain if elif statement with example. So thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home and stay safe.